1997. There was yet another referendum in 2002 in which another referendum upheld the ex-case decision, and still we had no action. Then in 2007 we had Miss D, no action, no legislation. 2010, Miss A, Miss B and Miss C, and the ruling from the European Court of Human Rights said that the government must clarify the legal position and legislate. What did they do? Nothing. And instead they hid behind an expert group. And that expert group was supposed to report in July, no report. It was supposed to report in September, no report. And today we're still waiting. We're still waiting on action. And unfortunately, Savita is not the only person who has died in this country because of the restrictive and repressive abortion laws. You remember back in 1983, a woman called Sheila Hodgers, who was pregnant and refused cancer treatment and died, and her premature baby also died. Michelle Hart, a woman who was suffering from terminal cancer, was recommended to have an abortion by her doctors, was denied that right in this country, and a terminally ill woman was forced to travel abroad. There are so many stories and so many tragedies that we can remember here tonight. And I think the reason that so many of you have come here tonight is that we want to see this never again, that this can never, ever happen again. And we are calling on the men and women behind us in the Dáil, the people who are supposed to enact legislation, who are supposed to protect their citizens, to act now. And we're here, I think, tonight to tell them that we will not tolerate any more delays. We want immediate action this week on... Our first speaker is Sinead Redmond, and Sinead is a very inspiring woman who, after the horrific and offensive youth defence posters went up over the summer, began a campaign began with a Facebook campaign, unlike youth defence, I trust women to decide. And that spiralled into the very inspiring March for Choice earlier this year. So Sinead's going to begin. Hello everyone. First of all, sorry if you can't see me, I myself am heavily pregnant, so I can't really stand on the thing. Savita, Halappanavar is dead unnecessarily, and we are all complicit, while the 8th Amendment to the Constitution remains in place. Hear, hear. Civil and criminal law has no place in medical decisions. This woman's medical team could not treat her. Legislation for X, while we have been waiting 20 years for it, is not enough. Legislators and politicians do not have any place in medical care. Women, their families and their medical teams know what they need. Savita and Praveen, her husband, knew what she needed. They requested an abortion 3 days before the beating heartbeat finally ended. She was finally transferred to the ICU and died, suffering and in pain, avoidably and preventably. We knew this was going to happen, but nothing was done. We can't allow this to ever, ever happen again.